Today's futures markets are technologically sophisticated global marketplaces trading at high speeds on electronic platforms around the globe nearly 24 hours a day. But did you know that the roots of futures trading trace back to Greek and Phoenician merchants who carried their goods for sale around the known world, opening deep and lasting global interconnections based on trade? Global commerce now does its price discovery in our modern futures markets, which first developed in the United States in the early 1800s. The first futures and forwards exchanges grew out of the needs of the agriculture industry, where seasonality and supply and demand fluctuations could lead to repeated gluts and shortages of products, and in turn lead to chaotic fluctuations in price. Early hubs of agricultural commerce grew in Buffalo, New York, as well as other cities located around navigable U.S. waterways, which enabled delivery of supplies by producers. By 1848, the completion of a new canal and railroad infrastructure centered around Chicago linked the Great Lakes with the Mississippi River, and Chicago became a key hub for agricultural commerce. It was during this time that the Chicago Board of Trade was formed, which would eventually emerge as the preeminent grain exchange in the United States. The emergence of a central grain exchange allowed farmers and grain producers to sell their crops at set prices throughout the months between harvest, and allowed consumers to purchase grains at transparent prices throughout the year. After a period of trading forward contracts, the CBOT or CBOT introduced standardized futures contracts in 1865. These centrally cleared contracts, secured with the payment of performance bond or margin payments by clearing members, introduced a level of reliability and security to buyers and sellers which stabilized the markets against the possibility of default. The Chicago Produce Exchange was established in 1874 as a dedicated exchange for the cash trade of butter and eggs, which established grades and rules of trading. In 1898, members of the Chicago Produce Exchange formed the Chicago Butter and Egg Board. Following World War I in 1919, the Chicago Butter and Egg Board became the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Throughout the 20th century, additional innovative futures contracts were introduced by the Chicago exchanges. In 1992, futures contracts began trading electronically on the CME Globex platform. Today, tens of millions of contracts are traded daily across all asset classes on CME Globex with millisecond timestamp precision. However, the fundamental benefits resulting from the growth and innovation of the original Midwest grain futures markets remain: risk management, transparency, price discovery, liquidity, and security, and are essential to the role of futures markets in the global economy today.